Hey, what's up, guys? I've got a good one for you today. I got a fresh haircut. I got a facial yesterday by my girl Malia, and I'm wearing two chains right now, so who knows what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be talking about the Texas floods that we've had about an hour and a half south in an area that I've worked, and really the heartbreaking, situation that happened there, and kind of the way it's changed how I look at the world. And then I'm also going to talk about how the millennial generation really is the invisible generation. So if you're somebody that has ever felt invisible and unseen, then I've got a paradigm shifter for you. Based upon, I got some good nuggets from a book I read recently, and it's gonna help you if you've ever felt like you're invisible in the world. And so, guys, this is a fresh channel. I'm really pushing into this 90-day commitment to achieve my fitness goals, my online business goals, my dating goals, all the goals. You got a goal, I got a goal. Let's all get our goals. And so I'm gonna hit them, and I'm like making progress every day. So if you subscribe to these videos, you're gonna get more and more information on how we're getting there, and it really just helps get the word out there. Like, this is something that like is calling to me, and I know everybody else out there has something that's calling to them too. And that's the point, is to be able to find what we were like God ordained to do, what our soul just accelerates at, what comes naturally to us, what doesn't feel like working. That's what we're here to find and live that kind of life. So yeah, last night I stopped eating at 8 o'clock, and I know this is like such a small thing, and I started eating today at 11:30. No, I did noon today. I had a cup of coffee earlier in the morning, put off my appetite. And this really, like, just something about those boundaries, right? Like, even if you're hungry, like, you plan on getting all your food in this 8-hour window, 12 noon to 8 p.m. It does something. And I am down 2-ish pounds today from doing that. You know, everything in my body just felt a little more dialed in. I stopped eating at 8 o'clock, woke up, and was a little hungry at first, and went and walked around the block, did a meditation, and it eventually goes away. And the hardest thing, here's the thing with diet, is it's so nuanced. Millions of years of evolution trained us as cavemen in the Sahara Plains to, when we see food, to like go after it and to eat all of it that we can. And that kind of wiring just doesn't serve us now, when you can get on your phone and you can order an app. So you really like have to use this here to say what you're not going to do, and to commit to something, and to exercise willpower. That's what the mind is for. It is the thing that has that force, that willpower, that sees the direction it wants to go. It sees that immediate gratification is not worth it, and that the long-term benefits are life-changing. And we all know what to do. Sometimes we just really need a coach. It's in our head too, right? You know what you should do, and then you don't do it. It's like we don't want it bad enough. But if there's a coach there, they can remind us, like, hey, you committed to this. Like, you said you really wanted it. Like, that's the benefit of having someone like that. And that's like one of the things that I enjoy doing with this channel. And if you're going through something right now, reach out to me directly, so we can like figure out the action plan to getting there. And like I said, we all know what we need to do. It's all up there, and it's just aligning the mind, that willpower, with what the heart wants. And once we can figure that out, like, we're gonna get there. And I just got, like I tell you, like, you can do anything. And this whole 90-day series is so we can all do it together. We're at day number 9 right now. No, 10. Day 10. So I'm down 3 pounds. The big thing is, when I started this out, I had been eating whatever I wanted for like 3 months. So my willpower muscle was low. And even now, like, I wake up and it's taken a few days of like incrementally getting a little bit better every day. And now it's like, this is what we're not like totally there, but the last 2 days, I think it's just been like, we're not eating till noon. Like, that's our 8-hour window. And it took 7 or 8 days to get to this point. So wherever you're at right now, like, give yourself like a little bit of what's the word? Give yourself, I'm trying not to use like spiritual lingo. Obviously the easy word's the G word. Give yourself the G, but I think it's more like, just be chill with yourself. Like, I don't know if I can do it today. Be chill with yourself. Maybe you only make it to 9 o'clock, or maybe like you eat fruit in the morning. Like, you got to crawl before you walk before you run. That's number 5, the Lost Youth block. Okay. And I've been crawling. Now we're walking. The diet's getting better, and like, we're seeing it on the scale, because we weigh ourselves every day. We want to see like what the effects that our choices and our discipline's having. So yeah, that's going good. I'm not quite there to counting my calories, but I am only eating the last 2 days. All I've had is pre-prepped meals and fruits. So like, I get my service prepping from Cook Unity was last week. I'm trying out metabolic meals right now, and so I'm gonna try them out the next 2 weeks. They're pretty good. Lots of meat and veggies. So that's how I'm managing my calories. And if I wasn't doing that, I would weigh it on a scale. But I just kind of like looking at the package and being like, okay, 600. Yeah, we had 600 this morning. 600 now. All right, cool. I've got about 700 or 800 for a bowl of cereal or a protein shake later tonight. Like, you see, like, gets way easier. And even though the fat kid at heart, like, I really am. I'm a fat kid who eats that one marshmallow right away. And so it's hard for me. I'm all about immediate gratification. I'm all about what I want. And now I'm just kind of like using the mind to redirect like where we're going and what choices we need to make. And I'm trying to use my heart now, my soul, like, as the thing that's like, what do we like doing? What we like going to shows, we like DJing, we like making content, like helping people, I like being around my friends. I love surfing, I love extreme sports. So I really want to do more of that. I need to make more money so I can afford to do that. What am I doing in my business? What deals am I selling? I hope you catch my drift, that like, we have this thing, and this is veering, right? That's veering. I just veered towards the first Lost Youth block. That was your soul never grows up, lose your mind, follow your soul. There's 3 parts to us, guys. There's a body, there's a mind that talks, there's a mind that exercises willpower, and like, there's a soul there. There's a soul that goes on after we die. Like, it's there. It takes a lot of time quiet with your thoughts. It takes a lot of time. Like, sometimes it takes some really testing times. Like, I wouldn't have this conviction in my soul and the everything, the ultimate reality, the Heavenly Father. I wouldn't have it and like have this desire to understand it if I wasn't so lost. Lost youth. Like, where do you think this all comes from? And now the main bulk of what I was going to share on this update, this day 10 of 90, was that we live in an age, and I got like some of this from reading a book, and when I read this book, The Iconist, I think it's right there. I'm not going to waste time. Fuck. I'll grab it for you. I love my books. So this book here, I've mentioned it before, and this shifted my paradigm. This shifted my paradigm because one of the things about being lost and not having a purpose is you feel invisible. You don't feel like people are seeing you, and there's this like inclination we have to think that it's other people as the reason we're not being seen. Like, oh, I wish my girlfriend saw me, or like, wish my family saw me. There's an art and science to this. Like, we can switch that paradigm. Got a song playing. We'll let it play, whatever. We can switch that paradigm to like, why aren't other people seeing me, to now, how do I get seen? And I shared a story a while back where this author, his brother was homeless, and then His brother, this guy author blew up. His brother went another path, and then his homeless brother gets taken into a radio station and goes viral playing the song "Creep" by Radiohead. And after that moment going viral, he then started feeling hope. See, he felt like he was seen by the world again. Here he'd been this guy that slept under the bench getting walked over. Maybe we feel that way in our own lives, just every day, going through, invisible. The people that we want to be attracted to us, the matches maybe on the apps, our family, we just feel invisible. Now, what if there was a set of principles that made it so that you could stand out? It's like then we can take control over that. And what happened to the last 30 years and the millennials who were born in the mid 80s to the early 90s is technology happened so fast. And the reason it's gotten harder to stand out, according to this author of the Iconist, is that there's been a dilution of messages, of advertisement, of options. And when you have more, it's harder to stand out. So here we are, this generation where we're being taught by parents born in the 50s and 60s, and a whole new world opens up. And some people are like, wow, social media really ruined a generation. But like anything in life, there's a shadow and there's a light to it. And I think it's brought a lot of good. Now we understand so much more, and we can find information, and we can be inspired by people. And yeah, there's a shadow there. There's a shadow that people feel invisible right now. And no generation feels more invisible than the millennials. And if you're watching this, I know what that feels like, man. And it's really tough. If you went through a divorce, or if you left maybe your family's religion and didn't have the same community and support. If you go through a tough breakup, if you have a career change, if you move to a new city, no one's seeing me. Nobody. But according to this book, that's on me. I have something that I can do about it. And what you got to do is you iconize yourself. You can turn yourself into an icon. You can make yourself this bold block everywhere. And this applies to advertising. If you think about logos on flammable trucks, those icons, this goes towards slogans that are just very simple. This can apply to EDM songs where it's just a repetitive, it's a block. It's in a moment. And what really blew my mind, and this, if you resonated with any of that about feeling invisible, not getting able to get the work that you want to get, not be able to get the relationships that you feel like you deserve, is you can turn yourself into an icon. And what that means is it's knowing. It's that know thyself. You've heard that before, I bet. And it's getting rid of all the clutter. It's still there. We're deep and we're nuanced people, but it's knowing exactly what we stand for and our purpose. And when you have that, and this ties into something else too. It ties into being your own source of energy and life. That you've dropped the old patterns of trying to act a certain way so that you get seen by your parents. You don't need to change the way you are when you're around, I don't know, different people you're dating or friends. You can just be the same thing all the time. And that kind of congruity, that makes you a rock in the storms of advertising and messages and new Hinge maps and other job applicants. Because you know exactly who you are. You know what you stand for, and you know the direction you're going. So that's what it means to iconize yourself. And that was like the big message of this call. And the thing with iconizing ourselves is you've got to know, like I talked about purpose, I talked about these big concepts, but there's a mindset that you have to adopt for you to turn yourself in that like iconic self. And the problem is, and we've talked about how we're sometimes out of touch with reality. The problem is, you're like, that we overestimate where we're at, and we underestimate the amount of actions that we're going to have to do. Like kind of an ego swab, right? So what that is saying, if we're overestimating where we're at, means we're like, we're good. I got my dead end 70K a year job. I don't need to do much more. Why don't people like me? Why can't I afford a house? That's what that turns into. But the key here, don't overestimate yourself and don't underestimate the work you have to do. What all that I'm saying is think big, feel small. It's some of the best business advice that I think I've gotten in the last couple of weeks. And it's helped me out with my vision for what I want to do for lost youth, for like the things that I want to accomplish in my life. Like that's the antidote. That's how you turn yourself into an icon. That's when you feel stuck and when you shift from your when the pain gets too bad and you want change, realize that it is on the other side of seeing that I'm overestimating how good I'm doing and I'm underestimating what I got to do. I've got to dream bigger. I've got to like feel small and like keep learning. Like give me that YouTube university. I need to like experiment. I feel small. What do I got to do to get better at my social skills? Like who do I got to be? And that's how we turn ourselves into an icon. That's what this call has been all about. If you feel lost, you feel small, you feel unseen, this is how. This is what to do. I encourage you, like, go and read The Iconist. Great book. That's going to help get seen in the world. It's going to translate to your message on your marketing. Maybe if you create content, your business, your advertising, that's what it's all about. And you know, in closing, like just a little encouragement. Like what I saw in my life like a year ago was like I'm the same person now that I was then. And I just needed a little bit of like encouragement, a little bit of a coach that's like nothing's changed about me, about you. Like when you're on the other side and you have everything you ever wanted, it's going to feel the exact same. And we make it harder than it needs to be. You know? Like nothing's different. Like the same me back then could have, I don't know, moved home with my parents, saved money, watched more YouTube videos. I could have tried the business. I could have started DJing 2 years ago. Like I had all those on blocks, and the further I get, like the more I'm like, oh, it was like, it is me. It is me in the way. Like it is, like you can do this. Whatever the hard is you're going through, ask yourself why are you thinking it's hard? Like what are you holding on to? What belief? And there is something. Like I wanted to DJ for a long time. And something in me was like, oh, you know, that's hard. Like I'm not that kind of guy. Like why? Like I was holding on to like, I shouldn't dream so big. I didn't see that at the time. It was a blind spot. But I was holding on to some bullshit that it had to be harder and it was further away than it needed to be. You can do anything. If you can imagine it, you can do it. Okay? Like, you're in your own way. Isn't that's liberating, right? Like, whatever you want. That's the spiritual journey. That's what soul's here to do, guys. So, I love y'all. If you made it this far, drop a comment. We're still a small channel. So I appreciate comments, support, subscribes, likes, shares. It helps me to keep doing this, and send me a message if there's anything you want me to talk about. I just really appreciate it, and I want the best for all of you. I went through the shit, and I kind of brought it on myself, and we're our own worst enemies. And so hopefully when you follow this journey, you'll see we can all do this together, and we can all maybe you'll be further along in one aspect, or I'll be figuring something else out, and we'll all get there together. Get there towards just inner peace and loving our life. It's too short. Could be over tomorrow. Live each moment. Each moment is brand new. It's a chance to be whoever you want to be. You got this. Peace out, lost youth.